Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another Theater 31 review. Yes, you heard me right, Theater 31, my personal home theater to view whatever movies come across my way. Anyways, I'm not here to blab and go on about Theater 31 and what it stands for. As you can see, I'm ready to give my review on a new movie that came out earlier this year before this whole COVID-19 went down. And I'm telling you, wow. It's a good thing it did because I don't think it was going to make money. But anyways, let me get to basics. What movie the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about Bloodshot starring Vin Diesel. It was released March 5th, 2020. It's about an hour and I want to say 45 minutes long, something like that, released by Columbia Pictures, directed by Dave Wilson. Here's the cast, guys. It stars Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison. It's based on the Valiant, depends on how you pronounce it, you comic nerds out there. I want you guys to be up my butt. I've heard of them, 1990s comic books, trust me. King was around for that. But anyways, Vin Diesel, then you got Talulah, Riley, Eiza, Gonzalez, Guy Pearce, which I forgot, and he did a good job in it. He's the bad guy. Alex, Hernandez, Sam, Heughan, and Toby Kebbell. So, where do I even begin? Wow. It's your typical comic book movie, guys. People have been shitting on this film, that it sucks, it's bad, like, what the hell is it? You know what? I'm here to tell you guys that it's not good. I'll tell you that right now. And it's not the worst thing you'll ever see in your life. You can totally, in my personal opinion, skip it. You don't have to watch it. If you don't see it, you're not going to be missing much. You've pretty much seen everything there is to see in other superhero films. They just kind of like rehashed it and brought it together. The best way I can describe this movie is Groundhog Day with superheroes, pretty much. It begins like any other superhero film. Something tragic happens to the hero, Vin Diesel's character, which causes him to kind of like be recruited to this military experimental program. Let's just say that they kind of experiment with humans. They mix technology with other human beings, giving them powers and abilities that they didn't have before. He's thought, you think it's for the better, but you kind of turn out, it starts off one way that he meets up with Guy Pearce's character. He's a scientist. He kind of give him a second chance at life. He was told that he was killed. It's not a spoiler. And he was brought back to kind of do good. And then slowly, things start to unravel for Vin Diesel's character. He kind of finds out the truth that there's a little bit more to Guy Pearce's character than meets the eye. He learns the truth from other members on the team. One character, Kit, she kind of helps progress that information his way. And then slowly, as the story goes along, it kind of unravels why did they recruit him and why he kept on kind of like repeating things like a Groundhog Day kind of thing. And then he learns the truth. And then, of course, like any other kind of comic book movie, he goes after all of them and raises hell. Shit explodes everywhere. Special effects were good. Okay? It wasn't the greatest. You've seen this nanotechnology kind of crap before. There's even a rip-off Doc Ock character in here as well. One of the team members kind of has a one-on-one match. That there's a big elevator scene, let's just say that they just totally decimate everything. And then, of course, this KT character ends up helping him to exact his revenge. Things work out at the end. Game over. End of story. Possible sequel. Will there be one? I don't think so. It didn't make enough money because of this whole COVID-19 stuff. And even if it was in the theater, it would be a massive loss and hit. Thank God I didn't buy this thing. I would tell you guys not to buy it. I would tell you totally to skip it. There's not much to see, guys. I'll tell you right now. Okay, so overall thoughts. I don't recommend it. Pass it. Not one of Vin Diesel's greatest thing. They tried, but they could have done so much more with the character. So it was kind of like a letdown overall, in my personal opinion. Check it out for yourself in the comment sections, and then come back here and let the king know if you agree with me. Is it a shitty movie? Is it a great movie? leave me your thoughts. Okay, now let's do some spoilers. Put that spoiler sign up there. So the beginning of the movie, like fashion, he's a military guy. He goes on some operations. He takes down some massive guy in some sort of third world country. Shit goes wrong very quickly. He ends up getting kidnapped along with his wife. His wife gets killed in front of him, and he's led to believe that this particular character is the reason why she got killed, which is totally BS. You learn later in the film that she's well and alive. They end up splitting up, going their own separate ways. You find out that he's been doing these so-called missions for the last 5 years, and she's kind of moved on, had a family with someone else, and all that crap. He finds that truth near the end, guys, when he starts to get his memory back, and it kind of stays that way, which is great, but it was stupid. But anyways, so what happened is Guy Pearce's character kind of reprograms him, and he wants to take or use Vin Diesel's character, Bloodshot, to take out any threat to his technology, that they don't develop the same technology he's using, because like any other guy who's money hungry, want to keep all the money for himself and not let anybody else get the technology. So people who used to work for him, he takes out. He uses Vin Diesel's past that he wants to exact revenge for killing his wife. He basically, it's Groundhog Day, guys. He goes back, goes back, kills people, comes back, wakes up, and gets reprogrammed over and over. And as they're reprogramming when he's sleeping, they're changing the faces of the images of the characters that he's supposed to go after, and of the person who apparently is responsible for his wife's death. Crazy action, cool, but not overwhelming. Like, it's not like, oh my god, I have to see it. You know, it was like, it kind of felt flat in most places. The one tunnel scene, holy shit, the first time I seen it was great. The first 1 hour, I want to say, of the film was great. The last 45 minutes is where it kind of went off the rails and went downhill. It was just kind of, whatever. The big end, well, anyways, this KT character, he meets up with this other scientist guy who he used to work up with. He ends up giving Vin Diesel's memory back and kind of keeping him away using this sonic pulse thing that kind of interrupts their programming and control over Vin Diesel, that makes him wake up, and he wants to exact revenge. He kind of wakes up and smells the coffee, basically, and starts to hunt down everybody that is responsible. And of course, these two guys help. This KT girl, she ends up helping. KT's played by Eiza Gonzalez. Beautiful girl, my God, good job. Like, she's stunning, I'll tell you right now. She kind of helps him find the truth, gets on his side, works with him. She overpowers the other scientist guy and Guy Pearce's character, and she's been enhanced with some sort of thing that allows her to breathe, and without the breathing thing, she'll die, kind of thing. So it was pretty cool. I understand what they were trying to do with the characters. It's based on the Valiant or Valiant, whatever you want to say it, comic nerds out there. Comic book, Hairbringer. But yeah, I was just not interested at all. Like, it was pretty cool with the nanotechnology and the way they would work and stuff. What we've seen in other films like Transformers and shit, I'll tell you right now. Like I said, it felt like Groundhog Day with science and superheroes mixed all the one villains. That's how it was. And even the end scene, guys, the last battle when the guy ends up putting a backpack on to go after Vin Diesel's character, and it was like Doc Ock, basically. Tentacles coming out with fists and shit. It looked so cheesy and shit. There was an elevator scene. They're fighting through the building, elevator up and down, and shit gets blown up everywhere. Stuff like you already seen before, which was like, whatever. And then at the end, he ends up going there. He ends up killing everybody. And the last scene, he literally walks as he's getting shot at, basically, Vin Diesel. And he pulls the grenade, and he ends up killing the scientist, Guy Pearce's character. And he ends up surviving. He ends up waking up in a trailer with that other scientist and KT waiting outside for him, and they basically, he wakes up, thanks him, kind of has a thing now for this KT chick, because he realizes that the situation with his wife is non-existent. She moved on, so he's going to move on, and it's like, let's ride into the sunset and see where we're going to go next, right? So you got an annoying scientist, good-looking girl with, enhancements there, breathing and all that crap. He's the same way. He kind of gets all his memory back. He's ready to raise hell. Apparently his superpowers have been boosted up by this guy, and they're going to see where they're going to go next. And honestly, I really don't care. I don't want to see where they go next because it wasn't that good overall, in my opinion. But it's been done. Very basic. The action's okay. Special effects are okay. I was expecting a little bit more. You think that with the Vin Diesel in it, if you're gonna go all out, you should go all out, not hold back. It felt like they were holding back, and I don't know if that's Sony's being cautious to kind of not overdoing over the top that people don't kind of like keep from watching. But trust me, nobody watched this damn thing, you know. And it's like only an hour and 40 minutes or 45, but it felt long. Like the first half of the movie was great. The second half, flat, like really flat, and even the ending was. Yeah, okay, whatever. Nice to know you. Good thing, right? But I totally tell you guys to pass on it. I don't recommend it. I didn't like it. It wasn't the worst thing I've seen. I've seen a lot of worse superhero films. This was not one of them, but it ain't that good either. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on Bloodshot. Until then, be the hell good. Stay off the King's throne, and I'll see you soon here with another Theater 31 review. Take it easy.